no other president has accomplished in American history. President Donald Trump has set many records since his incredible election on November 8th. And now he's just achieved a major accomplishment. No other president in United States history has reduced the federal debt for a longer period of time than Trump. When President Trump was inaugurated on January 20th, 2017, the amount of the U.S. federal debt owed both externally and internally was over $19 trillion. As of August 17th, the amount of U.S. debt has decreased by more than $100 billion. No president in U.S. history has ever cut the amount of U.S. debt by this amount, and no president has presided over a debt cut like this ever. History buffs say that this is incorrect because President Bill Clinton and President George W. Bush oversaw U.S. debt cuts over a period of a few years after the Republican Congress, led by House Speaker Newt Gingrich, forced Clinton into signing a balanced budget. We thought the same, but our analysis determined that this is actually not correct. Congress did push Clinton into signing a balanced budget, but the amount of U.S. debt during this period actually increased. This is confirmed through data maintained by the U.S. Treasury at treasurydirect.gov. The U.S. Government Accountability Office, GAO, has performed audits since 1997 of the U.S. debt amounts outstanding. In their analysis, they show that when accounting for U.S. debt held by the public and U.S. intergovernmental debt holdings, the amount of U.S. debt has increased every year since their audit began. The amount of U.S. debt held by the public decreased each year from 1999, 2000, and 2001, but the amount of intergovernmental debt holdings increased at larger amounts during this period. The Treasury website does provide daily amounts of debt outstanding, but this reporting only goes back to March 31st, 2005. The Treasury does provide monthly amounts outstanding back through September 30th, 2001, and annual amounts back through 1997. The audited financial statements show the increase in U.S. debt annually from 1997 through 2016. We know that no president has reduced the amount of U.S. debt for a longer period of time because no president has reduced the amount of U.S. debt since 1997. A review of the amount of unaudited of U.S. debt outstanding back through the Civil War shows that the last time the U.S. federal government had a debt decrease between years was when Republican Eisenhower was president in 1957 and 1958. He cut the amount of U.S. debt by $2 billion each year, from $274 billion in 1956 to $273 billion in 1957, and again to $271 billion in 1958. No president besides Trump has cut the amount of U.S. debt by $100 billion ever. Well, he is a businessman. He knows that you can't function correctly and properly with all this debt being added on. And he is the person to tackle this kind of a subject. Absolutely true. That's why the American people voted for him. Let us know